we've also seen devastation across the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv. Our understanding is that at least 13 people have been killed in that large-scale Russian missile and drone strike on Kyiv. Let's cross over to the Ukrainian capital. My colleague, our correspondent Sarah Rainsford, joins us now. A devastating night for the Ukrainian capital, Sarah.
Yeah, Kasia, a really difficult night and a deadly one, as you say. At the moment, we know that 13 people have been killed and there are dozens of people who've been injured as well. And one site here in the capital, a residential building, a block of flats, has been very badly damaged, partially destroyed, and rescuers there are still looking for people, as we understand it, underneath the rubble of that building. So a really tough night. There was some warning that it was coming because President Zelensky yesterday let people here know that there was intelligence that Russia was preparing for a large-scale attack. What that means is that Ukraine could see that Russian bomber planes and its jets were being loaded with missiles ready to launch at Ukraine. So lots of people here were already underground on the metro or in shelters to seek shelter, to make sure that they were safe through the night. But of course, that doesn't make it any less devastating. The capital, the center of the capital, came under attack. It's not far away. I can see a plume of grey smoke in that direction. I think that's, well, certainly it's from last night's attack. I'm not sure what the building itself is. There's another huge cloud of smoke just in the other direction as well from last night's attacks. So our team here saw multiple fires last night and heard at least 10 what was described as significant strikes last night throughout the night. The buildings here were shaking. You know, this was a really big deal for Ukrainians. And as I say, it was deadly for so far 13 people here in the capital.
Sarah, until now, we had been seeing with Ukraine's increased drone capabilities a shift in the direction of travel when it comes to this grueling war. What kind of setback does last night's attacks mean for the Ukrainians?
I think as far as Ukrainians are concerned, it shows that nothing has changed in the sense that these large-scale attacks do happen periodically every few weeks. Russia prepares for them, it gets its missiles and its drones ready, and it launches them. And Ukraine, as it makes the point multiple times, is now struggling to intercept those missiles because it doesn't have enough of the weaponry that it needs to do that. So again, the call has gone out for more support for its air defences here in Ukraine. So that's one part. But certainly, yes, Ukraine with its long-range drones has been striking targets inside Russia itself and also in Crimea, the peninsula that Russia annexed illegally 12 years ago from Ukraine, targeting sites there. And that is part, as Ukraine sees it, of an attempt to really ramp up the pressure on Vladimir Putin to force him to come to the negotiation table, to talk about peace. Because at this point, Ukraine has been saying for a couple of months now, it wants to talk peace, it wants to end this war through negotiations, but sees no sign that Vladimir Putin is ready for that. And I think as far as Ukraine is concerned, last night was pretty clear evidence that he wants to continue fighting this war his way. And that includes these very large-scale strikes, which are now hitting the center of Ukraine's capital.
Sarah, to you and the team, as always, many thanks. Sarah Rainsford there in the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv.